Hello there. Welcome again onto Crystal Voice TV. I miss you all. Looks like my voice is somewhat not all that good. I don't know where it's coming from all of a sudden, but hey, we move. We move. Yes, I know you're going to ask, why is she doing today's program on a Thursday? It is because our schedule has changed this week. It used to be on Saturdays, but due to a change in schedule, we have to come in on Thursday. And of course, you are going to ask again, why is she now coming here after 10 days to tell us that? Welcome to Crystal Voice. Yes, it is because last the past 10 days, we had a bit of a technical issue which we had to sort out. That is why we were not here. But hey, the good news is we are here today. Hooray! Yes, hooray. And then after the last program I did, I had messages and then people were like, speak our local dialect so we get what you are talking about clearly. My dear, I do the local dialect on TikTok. It is the same topic I take to TikTok to treat or to educate. It is in our local dialect. And we go on TikTok right after we've done YouTube and Facebook. We go on TikTok right after we've done YouTube and Facebook. And then sometimes it takes us 10, 20 minutes or 30 minutes to put things in place before going on TikTok. So if you go on TikTok, it is Crystal Voice TV. If you go on TikTok and you've not seen our live, don't run away. Just hold on. We come and we will come. We come and we will come. Yes. So that's it. I miss you all, seriously or sincerely. I've missed everybody. And then welcome to everyone watching us from around the globe. This is Crystal Voice TV. Yes, it is a bit of a dull moment. Don't worry. As we progress, it is going to be hot, 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 hot. Just as you know, just as we tell it as it is. What are we talking about today? This topic has been with us for a couple of days or weeks or months now, and everything I'm talking about marriage this time is in the perfect timing. Gone are the days we used to hear people saying, "Oh, and he left me, and she left me without any reason, without a substantive response or reasons why. I just don't know." And he left, she left, and again, little did I know that I'm going to grow up today and be sitting here talking about it because back in the days when our parents go from work, after work, when they come back from work, you see them sitting under the trees and having a conversation, and in their conversation some will go like, "Oh, my wife left me, my husband just packed his things and left without any explanation or reason." So I am here today. We are talking about desertion. Desertion. Desertion is different from abandonment. Desertion is different from abandonment. Today we are going to talk about this desertion, and then we will be coming again sometime soon to talk about abandonment. And I always say this: you see, the institution called marriage, many have gone into it without knowing a whole lot of things. And with things happening recently, and because of the new media, we are hearing a lot, we are seeing a lot, we are observing a lot. A lot is happening that people are now getting aware of them. Back in the days, it used to be the traditional media only, where people will go and have a slot, book for a slot and talk or pay and blah, 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 blah. But lately, the new media, everyone is here. And on the new media, not every information is accurate. You know now, you know the people, you know, yeah, you know them. We are here, Crystal Voice TV. It is all about education because education has no limit. It doesn't matter the age, it doesn't matter your circumstance. It doesn't matter. Education has never had a limit. You can be 70 and still pursue education. You can be 80, 90 and still pursue education. So this is us. If you are here with us, you're welcome. Oh, I miss you all. Thank you for supporting. Thank you very much for allowing us into your various homes. Crystal Voice is much grateful for your support. We love you and we keep praying for you each time we go on our knees. So let's go in straight. What is desertion? And of course, I'm going to give a brief definition of desertion and then we go as time permits us. Desertion in marriage is the willful abandonment of one's spouse and responsibilities without consent or a good reason, with the intention of ending the relationship permanently. Permanently. And I know in the constitution regarding or binding marriage back in Ghana, there are things like this in the constitution and what it says when someone is deserted, when someone deserts you, we have them there. So if you are going to go into marriage and I keep saying this, it shouldn't be about just marriage. The moment you hear the word marriage, everything about you is jubilating. Learn. Learn. The institution of marriage has a lot of things binding it. If you have no clue about it and you jump into it, this is where within first year, second year, people start packing up and running away without informing people. This is what we are talking about here, desertion, because you have no knowledge about it. You did not listen. When I keep telling people, whenever there is a program regarding marriage, go there and learn. You're not learning for your mama, you're not learning for your papa, neither are you learning for your sister or your brother. You are learning for yourself, for yourself, for yourself. So keep it. Take learning about marriage, programs about marriage, books about marriage. Take them seriously. Of course, not everyone will be married, but majority will settle. And so take the opportunity. Someone will say, seize the day and know more about marriage. It will help you. It prepares you to know how to handle your situations. It makes you mature because before the incident will happen, you've already got a knowledge about it. And when it happens in your home, because you have the knowledge about it, you are able to maneuver your way around it. So take them seriously. And someone would also say, why is she always talking about marriage? No, Crystal Voice TV is not solely about marriage. We create awareness as well. We advocate as well. So when you come here, come and learn because you would never know when your Mr. Right is going to come. You would never know when your Mrs. Right is going to come. So take the advantage or take the opportunity and stick and stay. And also, if you want to join us, if you want to be part of us, click on the subscription button on YouTube. Right after the subscription button comes the bell icon. Click on the bell icon and on it comes ALL, all. Click on all and you are done with us so that whenever we come here to create awareness, to encourage ourselves, to educate, you will be notified about our presence. Thank you very much. Let's continue. So I talked about that of Ghana. I know that we have laws regarding desertion in the constitution binding marriage. Here in the UK, however, in the UK, following the introduction of non-fault divorce, which is legal process that allows couples to divorce without one party having to prove the other is to blame, is to blame. Here in the UK, this is it. You can go and divorce without blaming the other party. Yes. And then also, the judge or the lawyer would ask, is there any property she would want us to, you know, the women know about this. It is up to you. It is up to you to say yes or no. But back home in Africa, yes, let me say this. I know that the constitution we use back home in our country and that of the rules and regulations or the laws on a foreign land, especially in Europe, London to be precise, resonates a bit with that of our country. It resonates a bit. So the only difference is the culture between London or United Kingdom and that of Ghana. But it is hand in hand. Nothing changes that much. So bear with me. Desertion is no longer a stand-alone fact for divorce, but was historically a key ground based on continuous 2-year period of separation without a mutual agreement to live apart. It is self-explanatory, isn't it? Now let's go to the key causes of desertion. The key causes of desertion includes emotional detachment, infidelity, unresolved conflicts, financial problems, addiction, and mental health issues. I know that in the country I am coming from, mental health is a challenge. Mental health is a challenge. Why is it a challenge? I quite remember back in the days when I used to work with the media back home. I used to be part of the mental health group, something, something. And when you go in for meetings and so on, you see a whole lot. You see people who are well dressed. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. But are having mental challenges. You see people in uniforms coming to the program, but are having mental challenges. And the question here is, what is the mental health institution doing about this? Do the agencies have psychologists who sit people down to take them through one or two things about their mental health? It is up to you, the agencies. Recently, I have seen something on social media where a military man was brutalizing somebody's daughter, and how do we call it? A pharmacy assistant. Mental health. He looks so good. He looks so well. But hey, what he did, he needs to be taken to mental health hospital. He needs to be checked. It is not normal. It isn't reasonable. We have them here. So these are some of the things that causes desertion. Let me mention them again. Emotional detachment, infidelity, unresolved conflicts, financial problems, addiction, and mental health issues. Unresolved problems. I have seen many men. I have seen many men. In this case, when I'm talking about men, I mean both genders running away from issues at home. And do you know what happens? Because you did not tackle it, because you did not see to it there and there. You may think you've washed your hands of it. No, it is lingering around. It is going to pile up. And then when you least expect it, it comes straight into your face. Boom. It comes blasting into your face. And this is where you cannot handle it. So, on this note, I want us to learn this or take this that whenever there is a situation, there is an issue at home, don't leave it unresolved. Don't leave it unattended to. Tackle it there and there. You wash your hands of it so that you can progress into the next stage of your life, because life is in stages and in badges. Yes. And we have emotional detachment. Oh, I was there. I didn't know what I did to him. I didn't know what I did to her. And all of a sudden, or suddenly, he just packed her things, and left without coming back. Emotionally, there has been something triggering somewhere emotionally. And here, when I use man, I mean a single man, that is a male. I have seen this in the male dominate in the male domination. Yes, I have seen that. When they are the ones who constantly create problems, and they are the ones who constantly runs away from the problems they have created. Yes. And then he is expecting you as the woman to understand what he is going through whilst he has created that thing. And then when you don't respond emotionally, he detacks. And what he does is to gaze somewhere. There is a ripe mango somewhere. So I'm going to go after that mango, emotionally detached. And so he goes there, and then whatever he's been detached from in the house, he makes sure he gets it from that place. And this is where another challenge comes. The person you are going for that emotional support from might not be your rep. And because it is all about you, self, 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 you go in, you are because your sense of reasoning is clouded. You don't see that that person isn't yours. You go in and then as you progress in your journey of new lovey, whatsoever we call it, everything changes and it becomes a challenge. It becomes from one fight to the other, where you are breaking things, where you are throwing saucepans, where you are throwing machete and cattle, your friend example, knives and so on and so forth, because you are not attached. That person isn't yours. Yes, it is a fact. My research has told me this. That is why I'm so loud on this here. And then infidelity. Yes, I know women do it, but men, men, men. I know women do it, but the men, it has always been. Out of 10, you'll find 2 women doing it. The 8 is always men, because you are hunters and you always want to hunt something fresh. But what you've got at home, you can keep it fresh and be sipping or licking it daily. You can keep it fresh at all times. Don't go for somebody's or don't go after somebody's. Lately, we see men dying here and there unexpectedly. Sometimes that person you are going in with, huh, that person is not yours. And what is around that person, you have no eyes to see. And so your life is cut short. We've seen it, especially the men living abroad. When it's time for them to go on holidays and their wives are not part of it, hallelujah. Yes, I have been back home before. I see them. I see them. When they see you, it is like they have no responsibilities anywhere. It is a lie. They just want to come and show their selfish, irresponsible act. Young ladies, bear this in mind. They have responsibilities. The way they are flaunting around you, making noise and so on and so forth around you. It is the same thing they have been doing with their wife or to their wife. You're not the first person to be told sweet words. You're not the first person to be taken to the ice cream joint. You're not the first person to be eating fried rice and tilapia, banku and tilapia, and so on and so forth. You are not. He's done it for his wife. Don't follow that man. Don't go and lay your bed in that house, because anything at all can happen. And when it happens, you're going to be hot. It is happening. Someone is in that hot water. I am not here to mock anybody. Let's just be guided, ladies. And the men, you see a man who is as old as 60, 50, 70, and he's still playing like a child or a girl or a young man, because he's seen a teenager and he wants us to know that he's a boy in an old man's body. So he will come in and do anything with you. and he will leave that wife, that family behind as soon as he has had something to do with you. That's it. Oh. Then Obetsiaka also, he sticks and stay in your life. Maybe he's not the right person for you, but you don't know. Because he brought you, he showed you a little bit of cash. You also stayed in there. Maybe your future is brighter, beautiful, nicer, bigger opportunities than what is present before you. But because we don't see beyond today, it is always about today and not tomorrow. We are always going for things that are not ours. As for the infidelity there, child, a man will always go and come with it. When you ask them, "Oh, it's just a lie, I'm not doing anything." But me, as again, as a young girl as I am, I have seen a lot growing up. Yes. You see men going to escort their girlfriends whilst their wives have traveled and returned. And then boldly, for the girlfriend to know that she is safe, the man will tell you, "Don't worry about that woman. You are safe with me." It is a lie. I know many of us are straying. I know. Don't stray into somebody's den. Don't. I have seen people being beaten and losing their eyeballs. I have seen it. I have seen people's ears being cut off. I have seen it. I have seen people being handcuffed because they went into something that is not theirs. I have seen people losing their jobs. Yes, I am a young girl and I have seen all of these things. And I am here saying them here. I have seen all of these things because of desertion. They will not tell their families, "I'm not coming back to that house again." They pack their things and come and live with you, thinking you've got him. He is all yours. But it's a lie. He belongs to somebody. The moment a man goes in with a woman to sign a consent to live together, and there is a law binding them, when they come to you, flee. They will come and tell their wives, "Oh, no, nothing. Oh, it's not true. I never did anything." But at the end of the day, we see the fruit you bear. We see them. We see them. You create a mess and you leave it behind. And someone will have to clean your mess. Let's be guided, especially fathers, especially the young boy growing up. Some will tell you, "Oh, I will never be like my father. I will never be like XYZ." It is not by mouth. It isn't by mouth. It is by actions and prayers. Let your mother lay her hands on you and pray for you to cut off those else. You saying, "I don't want to be like my father," yours might be worse. Mm, yours might be worse. Again, I have seen young boys who went like, "I will never be like my father. I'll never be like this." But they ended up having 10 children at the age of 30 because they were sleeping around. 15, 16 at the age of 40. By the time you get to 50 year, you can just imagine 2 double, how do we call it? Football. Let's be guided. Let's talk about emotional detachment and lack of communication. Yes, Mr. Steven Beer. That tune is true. Let's talk about emotional detachment and lack of communication. This is when a partner grow distance, stop communicating, or feel like they are living separate lives. It can lead to feelings of isolation and abandonment. Thus, I'm coming from the uniform background. I have seen it. When we get transferred to places, and many a times the mothers or the women are unable to go in the first instant or the first year, the fathers feel that it is their feels day. Yes, we get to see them. Uh-huh. We chase after everything. I have seen those ones. That's why I'm here talking about them. They chase after everything. Everything, I mean, everything. Whether that person is a ghost, a skeleton, whatever, wherever they are coming from, they don't care. They want to dirty themselves. They stray into homes they are not supposed to go to. When you get there, they will give you baby anko. Yeah. And that's the end of you. Let's be guided, especially those who are transferred from one station to the other. The fact that you have been transferred to a different destination or location is not a football field for you to go and mess yourself up. Akamoho, dodo. You always leave the women hanging, crying their hearts out. And when that woman wants to talk, they go like you were a woman. Keep quiet. Has that woman not got blood? Has that woman not got veins? I mean, how? 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 And the sad aspect is, he will do me. Obuwa is going to taste it. Left his semen in there, which is going to create a child. And you know the sad aspect of it? The sad aspect of it is majority of us or majority of them don't see tomorrow. And so in their late 50s, where they know that when they go on retirement, they cannot cater for children again, it is when they rather go in and mess themselves up, create or procreate, and expect their children to come and take up that responsibilities. I have seen them. That is why I'm here talking. When there is desertion, it doesn't mean separation. It doesn't mean divorce. You want to have all the fun there is to it in life. You've forgotten about the families you have behind you. It is happening. Many are crying because the head of the family, who is the father, who is supposed to know his responsibilities, his role as a father in a home, is messing up. And if you, as a father who is supposed to have that, you miss up and you mess up, what happens to the rest of your children who are looking up to you? What are they learning from you? Let's be guided. The fact that there is a transfer, the fact that you've been taken out of your former place to a different location does not warrant you to go and mess yourself up. Yes, this is a deep topic. It does not warrant you to go and mess yourself up and expect that that young child who is growing up and has a future will be leaving theirs and come and say to yours, and come and cater for yours. No, we are now with you. You don't have empathy. You don't. When you do that, you have no empathy. Yes, you the men have issues. All what I'm talking about here, I have seen them. Sometimes I just have to thank God for taking me through all these places. Mhm. Sometimes we have unmet expectations. When one partner has expectations that are consistently unmet, it can lead to discontent and a desire to leave the marriage. Yes, we know that every couple have expectations. They want to meet an expectation in their marriages. Listen, not all expectations can be met. And so don't have the skyrocketing expectations. It should be basic things. From that one, you go to two. But why you don't have a proper foundation and you want to acquire, how do we call it? Uh, a ship. Where are you going to place that ship? These are unrealistic expectations and they cannot be met within 2 years, within 3 years. It takes a process. And so, you as an individual who is going into that marriage or that union, take it easy on yourself. As the saying goes, Rome has never been built in a day. Take it easy on yourself so that you can have a loving home forever. Lately, we see things. I did this, we contributed together, we did this, and then someone has come in and joined, and it is going to court and so on and so forth. We are seeing them. Be in your lane. Just do what you can. At the end of the day, we will all be gone and all things will be left behind. The first year, that child you are struggling and fighting for, will he or she appreciate what you have done? Maybe at the time he or she will grow, those designs of buildings, they may not like it. They would also want to establish this, you see. So let's take it easy on ourselves. We are not competing with anybody in marriage. We are never competing with anybody. Just do your best. Do your best. Do your best. There is nothing like people, how do we call it? Fighting for or doing things that we cannot do. And in the middle of the journey, it will be left hanging and we ourselves, our lives will be taken away from us. Do what you can. Addiction. Addiction, when we talk about addiction, it is mostly about substance abuse and so on and so forth. Yes. So substance or gambling can lead to behaviors that strain a marriage to the breaking point. And it is true. Most of the men are gamblers. Actually, one face you cannot, unless you don't put the money down. You will take it and on top of it, yell on you, and scream hard on you, or better still, slap. I have seen this one also. I lived in the barracks and I have seen them, saw them. Oh, mm, they will take the money. No, 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 no. Before you realize he's nowhere to be found. He's gone. And this strains marriage. This strange marriage. I have seen a married man who end up being a junkie, and then when he was asked what led to his junkiness, he said, it is friends, though. It is friends. Sometimes let's be guided, especially when you are in that union with somebody else's daughter, especially the men. Let's be guided. And the women as well, let's be guided. Let's just be guided. There hasn't been any two marriages being the same. Ah, never. Every marriage has its own story. So don't compare yourself to somebody else's marriage. When these things comes in, it leads to enviness, jealousy, and so on and so forth. Because she's got it, I also have to get it. Whether you don't know which way, how he or she got that thing, by hook or crook, you also have to go for it. And you go in, and a lot of things are put before you. Choose one: to sleep in caskets, go to voodoo, or to do whatsoever. And because you are so eager to meet that expectation, you fall in. Let's be guided. These are some of the petty, petty things that takes us away from our lovely home. Let's be guided. Someone is lying somewhere, crying at the moment because he never listened. Yes, everything I'm saying here, I have seen them. He never listened. He's lost his family, he's lost his wife, he's lost everything. Let's be guided. We have midlife crisis. This can lead to impulsive decisions to leave a long-term relationship in search of a new identity or sense of self. Majority, I keep saying this, if you know the truth, if you know who you truly are, midlife crisis will not disturb you. Because when you know yourself, when you have an identity and you work towards your identity, yes, it makes you prepare ahead. You are always a step further. You are always it you are always cautious about your environment. You are always happy because you've known yourself. You know the do's and don'ts about your life. You know what you eat, and it will not create problems for you. You know what you will eat, and it will not give you, how do we call that one? Reactions. You know all these things. And so when it gets to midlife crisis, I keep saying this to people: know your true identity and get a hobby. When it gets to these times, know what you want and start doing them. So that when that time comes, you are good to go. No one will be chasing after you. You'll not be chasing after things. You'll not be sitting down looking miserable. No, because you know who you are. Midlife crisis will not disturb you because you always walk ahead or plan ahead. We have avoidance. Some people struggle to confront problems directly and may choose to leave the marriage as an escape rather than deal with the issue. I have talked about this already, but I'm going to talk about it again. Yes, confront that issue in your presence. Confront it. Don't let it slide. Some people will tell you, "Oh, I'm letting it slide," but inwardly, it is not so. It is not sleeping within them. They are always agitated. They are always hysterical, but they will not open their mouth to tell you because they did not confront that issue, but they want to form all knowing, all good in your presence. Don't let it slide. If it is something you have to talk about, sit down and deal with it. Else, else, It will pile up and then it will be right in your face when you need to move on. All right. Feeling trapped. To some men or some people, they feel that marriage is a trap. A spouse may feel restricted and see leaving the marriage as a way to escape a perceived confinement or achieve a sense of independence. Again, again, know yourself. Yeah. Marriage is not an imprisonment, especially when you know yourself, especially when the person is the right fit. It is an imprisonment. You are not going to be trapped. You only get trapped when you listen from people outside who have not experienced marriage and have known how to deal with situations. Thank you, Lord. Marriage is not a trap. This is the reason why you don't have to rush into it. Society should not push you into it. Go for that person yourself. Yes, people will suggest for you, but you have to do your findings yourself so that if the person is a narcissistic human being, you get to know. If the person is a swindler or a diddle, you get to know. If the person is irresponsible, you get to know. I keep saying this. Don't walk with tickling ears. Be real to yourself so that you see things real. Obi best say, Yagani yagani for yourself, and you would make that decision in from a sound mind. It is not an entrapment. No, you only allow yourself to be entrapped when you start listening to things that are not real. Yes. This one too, I have seen it under the sun. When you have a tickling ear, it leads you to where you are not meant to be. And so, in that relationship or in that marriage, because they've said something that is so sweet to the ear, that person, one of the parties, will leave quietly because there is an assignment to fulfill. Because because he had clean ears. It is all about words that are sweet, words that are sweet, and sweet. Every time there is a sweet word, it is creating a problem for you. The reason is you don't know yourself, and so desertion comes in because they know that you na we are going to use sweet words to track it. You go in there, coming back becomes difficult because you know that you didn't do what was right. You know that you did not do what was right. We have financial stress. Someone will say, cut your coat according to your size. Cut your coat according to your size. You know what you have. You know what is in your account. You know how to spend. You have a budget for every month. I see no reason why you should be stressed. financially. When you go excessively, you will be stressed. So, who are you competing with? It is two people making a marriage, a male and a female. And I believe the two of you understand yourself. You know yourselves very well before consenting to it. And so, if you know yourself very well, then that means your finances are also before you. You know what you can bring in at the end of the day. You know what you can take out at the end of the day. So, why do you live an extravagant life that is going to cause stress for you? This is part of the reasons why people desert their homes. To you, the young one watching me, take a clue from this. Plan your life. Yes, I'm not saying marriage is all rosy. No, you have to go through the potholes, you have to go through the valleys, you have to go through all walks of life, all the journeys in marriage for it to be a success. The moment you start running away, it becomes a huge problem. I'm not saying when you are being abused, don't step aside. I am never saying that. No. But if you, in somebody's language, if you cut the coat according to your material size, it will fit you very well. Mm. And then we have abuse or cruelty. If if a spouse behavior makes the marriage intolerable, the other partner may be forced to leave. This can include physical or emotional abuse and is often referred to as active abandonment. We're talking about abandonment sometimes too. Emotionally, you are being abused. Physically, you are being abused. Financially, you are being abused. Go on a break. You going on a break means you need a bit of time to revamp yourself. And so, don't just pack your bag and luggages leaving the house without informing the other party. When you pack and leave without informing, that means there is desertion. You have planned to move out permanently. But if you take your bags and sit the other party down and tell him or her, yo, this. So I think I need a break for a while. Why not? The person is a reasonable human being. Yes, you are permitted to go on break to revamp yourself for a holiday, not to go and chase, and know yourself very well. You are permitted to go. I'll not be taking much of your time. Um, we've been talking about desertion. It is happening in marriages. It is happening in various homes where we see fathers running away from their responsibilities without telling the woman that I'm not coming back to that house again and again. Especially this happens, especially when the place is rented and the woman will be in that house all alone with the kids, and the man is happily somewhere, you know, exercising their waist, enjoying themselves, and the woman is left there with the kids alone. You get it? And he's going to procreate more without telling you he's not coming back. But to him, he has permanently shut that door. And then he will come and tell you, I did not intentionally do it. It wasn't intentional. I was struggling, blah, 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 blah. Let's be guided. Let's know all these things. Before you go into marriage, know them, know them. so that when you go in and these things are happening, you know where to stand. And also, marriage was orchestrated by God and not man. So whenever you lack anything, go to God. He will give you. Yes. People hate us, but it is the truth, nothing else. Whenever you lack anything in marriage, go to God because He is the orchestrator of marriage. If you have a right standing with Him, He will give you what you are asking for. People, this is Crystal Voice TV. We tell it as it is. If today is your first time of being here with us, yes, please don't go without hitting the subscription button on YouTube. And right after the subscription button comes the bell icon. Click on the bell icon and then look out for ALL. Click on the ALL and you're done with us. So that whenever we come here to encourage ourselves to create awareness, we are part. Having you and for you having us in your homes. We are indeed grateful. That was a technical problem. Don't worry about it. We are indeed grateful for having you. You know technology and what happens. Yes, we are indeed grateful for having you with us. We are so delighted that you came to join us today to program. What is this about? Even some people are talking long. Some people are taking long breaks. Watch time. Let me over. That is between them and their partners, please. That is between them and their spouses. Yes, that is between them and their spouses. Thank you very much, Stephen Dear. So that's it. And then, as I said earlier on, before you decide to walk down the aisle, don't be like the plant that was planted in stones. Have a root. Have a root. Yes. When the root is down there, it is firm. It becomes difficult to approach it. Before you go into marriage, know the do's and don'ts. With what is happening currently, I don't want to mention name. People are seeing it on social media in a country where someone has passed and blah 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 blah. And then it's been caught here and there. It is happening. People are seeing it. And I believe that most of you young girls especially are going to learn because this that is happening is for an educational purpose. And so grab something from it so that you will know how to tread. To you, the men as well. No be anokrade, yeah, na yeah, me mob. I see men walking out there as if they don't know who they are. Leave them here right now and you see the mess they will cause because they don't know their true identity. I don't have to talk much. Thank you very much for allowing us into your home. Thank you very much. See you on TikTok where we're going to do the local dialect version. Yes, it is the same topic. We are going to break it down on TikTok. So if you are here and you don't understand the English language, um, I have to speak English because I have to speak English. So join us on TikTok. Let's do the local one. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much. And then if you want to have anything doing with us regarding programs, our numbers are on display. You can, if you are unable to type, express yourself through messages. You can leave an audio message. We will listen to it and then we'll get back to you. So the numbers are on display. You can get in touch with us and then we'll take. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And we say bye bye from Crystal Voice TV. See you all again next time. Until then, be good and Ciao, ciao.